guys, Jeff with Bauer & Sons. I'm just north of Fort Wayne, Indiana, in a little town called Leo. We built a super cool pavilion. We started off the year 2022 with this on the books here, January, February. We got this guy put up. It's about 10 foot tall, 16 foot wide, and 36 foot long. I want to show you up close all the cool details. Wrapped in cedar, we've got standing seam metal up on the roof, stamped concrete below, and then our client, he added some very nice finishing touches, but I hope it's an inspiration piece to all of you if you're looking to do something way cool in your backyard. Let's check it out. Look at how amazing this is. It really came out as one of the most beautiful pieces that we've done in a while. Well, it's so fascinating. You know, you work with a designer, you start with your plan, and then a lot of times as you're starting a project, things will kind of unfold. Well, what happened with this piece, this called for a few LVLs. We thought we were gonna have to basically take these large king trusses and have an LVL underneath them. But we didn't like the way that looked. We started off like that, but the way it came out was that bottom board that you see right here, it kind of wound up being really too wide. So we did some engineering on the fly, and in the midst of that, what happened is because of the height being 10 feet, we noticed that it caused a little racking back and forth. And this is why you see all of these angle braces here. So we grabbed some additional posts and lumber that we had over at the shop, added them in, and it really shored everything up. So, and not only that, they look beautiful. So in anything, you're going form and function, and you've got to kind of tie in the engineering of a project along with really the aesthetic. And I love that we actually added these in. How this is constructed, this is just a 3-ply laminated post behind here with 1/2-inch cedar wrapped over top. The electric is running all through, basically. So we had Brandon from Gable Electric here in Fort Wayne, really great guy. He came out, ran all the power up and through here and up behind the cedar. Now, this is a designed truss system. A lot of times you would think you would just basically hand build this with rafters, but we had a truss designer engineer, and it was like this massively cool jigsaw puzzle that the guys put together. After the fact, once the building was erected, that's when we came in, we did all the stamped concrete work, and then our client actually just built this thing all by himself. He was telling us a little while ago, he's got at least 100 hours in here. Every one of these stones, some of these things are well over 100 pounds a piece. And he had them all delivered and came out here and brick by brick, stacked up every single one of these, did the little gas fireplace insert, had a plumber come out, rerun a gas line all the way over here. And anyway, the piece is really amazing. Let me show you what's behind on this side over here. All right, look at how cool this thing is. We got a 5 foot tall, 1,000-gallon hot tub spa thing going on over here. This was actually installed by Master Spa here in Fort Wayne. I always encourage people, when you're doing a job, try to think through, what am I gonna do a year from now or 5 years from now? And the reason you wanna do that is when you're putting in your foundation or running electric wires, you don't want to have to go back and do different work, okay? You want to think it through first. What I mean here is, he knew he was going to put this hot tub in, so we kept all the gas lines pushed out so nothing is underneath our slab so that it's easier access. And what we did is we actually thickened the concrete, because over time, if you're going to put a giant hot tub in like that, it could potentially kind of weaken or add that extra strain. So just underneath in this section, we had a little extra rebar and made that concrete slab, not 4 inches, but 5 inches thick right there. But look at the inside of this thing. Now eventually, our client is gonna build a small deck. He said they really like to have something like this out here so you can put your drinks and kind of hang out. The whole thing came out super cool. He can fit like 6 or 8 people in there, and if you're shorter, if you're a little bit of a shorter person, you can actually turn the jets on high enough you can swim against the current. One more thing I want to show you guys before we wrap up. Over here. All right, so kind of a final thought. Now, everybody's county is different. Now, here where we are in Allen County, the process of building a carport or pavilion or whatever you want to call it, when we attach it to the existing structure, changes the codes, it changes the engineering, and we wanted to avoid having to pay that extra $500 to $1,000 for the engineer's letter. So what we did is although it looks like it's attached, this is not connected to the house. This is our pavilion post right here, and this is actually a post that our client came in and did himself. When we first put this up, behind here, this was actually just one of those white old kind of 80s style, pillars right here. So he pulled those out, and this is the actual overhang from the house. And when you look above, this is the gutter that's on the home. And so our guys had to get the measurements just perfect enough that we wanted this overhang so that we could have a set of gutters on the pavilion that would just barely overlap the gutters on the house. Now, since then, he came in, added a little flashing just to close off that strip. Those are all those little tiny details you want to think through, but ultimately, everything tied in very well together. Super cool. What a beautiful place to come and just enjoy awesome family time, enjoy the beautiful Midwest, summer weather that if you haven't experienced, you don't know what I'm talking about, but we have the best summers out here. Hey guys, we appreciate you stopping by. We hope you're inspired for whatever you're trying to do with your barn or home. Hey, hit the subscribe button. We've got a lot of really cool videos we're trying to encourage people with, and hope this one is an inspiration piece for whatever your projects are. Good luck out there.